Okay, this is the last video for sure on this kind of creating a level in Unity. A couple things that I had to do, and a little bit of compromise here. I actually changed the name of the canvas to play area, so that's easy to do. I just kind of did that. Notice that this wasn't a really ideal setup. I kind of made that canvas area 372 to 279 as kind of a static setup from the start. If I was to do that again, I wouldn't do that. Sometimes that's the case, but I do want to be able to build this project so that it is actually playable and workable. So I renamed the canvas play area, and what I actually did was I drag in roof, floor, left wall, right wall, and bottom rim on both level 1 and level 2. When they're inside there, then at least the play area itself doesn't change depending on what kind of screen resolution I do go with. So that was a kind of a minor change that I made there. Another change that I went in and did, and you can see now, you can see those walls and everything static is set up there within that canvas. Another thing that I did do though is I went into the hand script. So if I just go into the hand script and mono develop quickly, I was having some problem with this math F clamp. It was kind of resized based on whatever resolution I built in. It was kind of making a screen bounce from my hand on that, and so with different resolutions it wasn't working. So I decided just to make everything standard so that it worked no matter what the resolution. And the simple method of doing that, not perfect, is just going with hand position X equals mouse position X. And so it won't go outside the canvas, but your hand can actually disappear, which isn't ideal, but at the same time, as soon as your mouse is back in the canvas, your hand appears again. So it kind of reminds me of how the Wii works. Lots of times that hand disappears, but then it does reappear. So it gives that kind of similar kind of effect there, and that works fine. So that was a kind of minor thing that I did. Now, one thing I did notice, the last thing, is within my hoop script, I originally had in there, and I'll just actually, I want to show how this works. I'm going to comment out these 2 lines of code here that I just added. Now, this is the way I had it set up originally, was within Unity. And if I go back to Unity, in level 1, I just want to pull up scene 1, level 1. If I take a look at remember the hoop collision is what triggers the next level. And so inside hoop, if I go down to the script on the hoop, they have this level manager, and I had that set kind of hard coded in there to go to level 2 if the name of the collision, whoever it was colliding with, was ball. So take a look, you can take a closer look at this code later, but basically what I need to do though is I need to make it so I can change the level based on what level I'm in here. So I can't have this hard-coded. And so what I did is I publicly exposed, and so I put in a public string variable called level. And then now I have my level manager, which I've also made public here and accessed. Now, I'm going to actually comment this other line of code out. Now it's going to look for whatever value I have level. Now, what I mean by publicly exposing that, it's going to look for it just like it looks for the level manager, and I'm going to show you that within Unity. So when I save this, and I go back into level 1 and level 2, which use the hoop, now, it's not showing up quite yet. Let's just go save project and see what happens here. Now you can see right here, it's looking for that level variable. And so from there, it's just looking for a string. And so from here, I'm in level 1 right now, so I can have it look for level 02. And so that I'm just putting in the string value there. And then that's going to make it so that when it contacts the hoop, it's going to do the same as it did before. It's going to go to level 2. Now I need to do the exact same thing though to level 2, and I need to go into the play area, find my hoop, and it's going to be looking for a variable that I haven't declared yet. Oh, and I actually put that in. So it's looking for, and I typed that in just a second ago, that win. Okay, and so it's looking for win. I can go save scene, make sure I have level 1 saved as well. Level 1, let's just check and make sure I made that modification and it's functional. Yeah, level 2. Save project. Just going to save the whole project. And then let's just build, and let's see if my game works properly. I find my game very hard to beat level 2, by the way, even though I removed one of the 3 characters. So we're going to build and run this. I'm going to play. Okay, so start game. I got music going. I can kind of pin that bad guy there, and then I can shoot my basket now. Now, this level 2, very hard to win, but I want to show the effect that hopefully I can get this. I find that level 2, it's not ideal. You can see. Now, I need to protect that ball. I want to show that my game is actually winnable. As you can see, I have a rebound effect there. But then again, I finally won, and then I could play again, and we go back to the start. So you can see that now the game is actually functional. It's going to different levels. The last thing I just wanted to highlight, like I said, was showing that we can access things by making them public. Variables public, we can access those right within Unity there when we take a look at stuff. So, like I said, we can have access to those scripts right there, and whatever public variables we declare, we can access those there. And that was it. So we have a buildable game. Like I said, I can access after I've built it, I can access the executable right within wherever I saved it to. In my case, it's just documents. I made a separate folder inside the project folder called builds, and that was actually my second time around, and so this is executable would actually run the game again right there. If I click on that, and then I could share that executable with my friends or whoever. And that's it. So that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully you guys have the basis for making a game now.